This is everybody's day. This is everybody's day. You know there are prophets who do bet Niger. They tell you what numbers to pick. And you walk to. Oh, you don't know how many people have been enriched by that kind of prophetic movement. They are true ones. But a day to up the ante has come. Because there's confusion in the land. And when confusion rises, it stigmatizes a prophet. You were designed to bring clarity. That's your job. It's not to wow men with the things they know. If I begin to tell you the number of trousers you have, the only reason why you will not know is maybe you have lost count. But how does it impact anything? The creative dimension of the prophetic is gone. Largely. That in a time of drought, is a prophet they go for. And the prophet comes and says it will rain today. I heard that there was a time in Ghana when there was drought. And then Archbishop Duncan Williams called the meeting. The flyer read, Papa is calling. So everybody came. And as they were coming from their house, he said they were coming to pray for Ghana. Everybody should come with an umbrella. We are not coming to ask for what will happen next year. You will not be able to get home after the meeting. And they came. Some people came with empty heads. You know it didn't rain during the meeting. As they shared grace and people stepped out, that cloud rained. So if you didn't have an umbrella, you will be resident in the church for a long time. The rain will be here for long. Oh, you understand, Yoruba? Okay. The rain will be here for long. The land is parched. There's hunger in the land. The season of the emergence of the prophet of prophets who stand in their office have come. A prophet does not join the pity party. He's licensed by God to change the narrative. And in case God has raised you like that, may you rise to responsibility. Let's go home. The children of Issachar were gifted manuals for every season. I've seen this manual function in two ways. I'm going to summarize that and just give you a picture of some feedbacks I have, and then on Sunday I'll continue. I've seen people work in gifts. I've also seen people operate by access. So when we come on Sunday, or before we come on Sunday, I want you to press in these two directions, and it's because we don't know what was allocated to you. There are those who can be spontaneous about the counsels of God for seasons. They know what not to do because they can discern that it is not the season for that activity. They also know what to do because they know it is the season for that activity. If you wake them up from sleep, they'll bring you counsel. That spontaneity many times is tied to the possession of a gift. Somebody say a gift. There are also those who need to labor into it. But every time they labor, they come into access. So it's either you are a possessor, which means even if you don't, I'm not saying you don't have a prayer life, but even if you don't pray much, you know it. There are also those who need to pray long. The gifted men, you may just be discussing with them and they'll be bringing very deep counsels to you. The others, they'll need to go and pray. It's the same thing we saw in scriptures as regards dream interpretation. The Bible did not reveal to us that Joseph had a prayer life. I don't think he did not pray. Right? But it was to make us understand that genre of the capacity to interpret dreams. All that Joseph needed to hear was your dream. And in case you didn't want to tell him the dream, he could also dream your dream and tell you the interpretation of your dream. He was a gifted man. Daniel was not. Daniel was a man who thrived by engagement. Are you with me? So what Joseph was spending was a gift. What Daniel was spending was access. But you find out that if a man stays in engagement, he becomes spontaneous in access. It means he can open his gates with the flip of a finger, so that you mistaken him, or he be mistaken for a gifted man. Because in the day the hand appeared, the normal Daniel will have said, let's go to pray. This time, he didn't pray. They even offered him something. He said, you don't even need to offer. This does not come at a price. It's just me. You have been weighed, you have been measured. You have been found wanting. So the kingdom has been divided. And I can even give you the timeline of the division. It's this very night. And maybe a few hours after they spoke, an army walked in, took out the king, and the kingdom was divided. Same day. That was Joseph. But engagement. It means nobody is disadvantaged. Find your path and labor, and you gain mastery. Are you with me? So, our accuracy of life and activity is tied to either the possession of this gift or a timely communication. A timely communication from God. That's the access. Concerning seasons. And that's what the Bible refers to as the understanding of the times. Now, I have been engaging God for a while. And I found